Hello, I'm here with my new dear friend, Renee Davis from Australia. She's one of the recent attendee and alumni of the 5-day Profitable Podcast Launch Challenge that she attended last week. And first of all, thank you for attending. It was a pleasure having you.
Thank you so much, Payman. It was such a pleasure and honor to get to know you and what your zone of genius is.
Thank you. I love that. Zone of genius. Yes, yes, yes. First of all, tell us in a few sentences about yourself, your business, what's your zone of genius, and how are you making the world a better place?
So I'm a belief activation coach and I help unfulfilled women find their light and activate their belief and actually embody their belief. I homeschool my children and my purpose and my mission in life is to end suffering in the world because life has given me many gifts and I've been able to turn my pain into power and to help other people turn, their pain into power and to see that everything that has happened in their life has happened for them.
Absolutely, absolutely. Love that, love that, love that. How did you find out about the 5-day challenge?
Our beautiful friend Alyson, she
Oh, Alyson,
popped
yes.
yeah, she actually popped a link into the group chat, and it's really interesting because I've wanted to start a podcast in the day that your training started. I was meant to start a podcast with my friends, but
Wow.
my kids were sick, so I didn't. Yeah, so that day that your challenge started was the day that I was actually meant to start a podcast. So it was really exciting to to actually do your 5-day podcast challenge. It was incredible.
Funny how the universe works, huh? Right time, right
Hmm.
people. Wow, I'm getting goosebumps, getting goosebumps. Awesome, awesome. So, um, I have a few questions for you concerning your experience with the challenge. They're going to be easy questions. The first one is, what is your overall feedback from the challenge?
Clarity. Clarity is one of the first words that comes to mind for me. I had no idea how to actually start a podcast. But even deeper than that, the way you connected with me had allowed me to really hone in on who I'm here to serve, what it is I do, how I impact people. And then it just made the podcast feel so much more real and achievable. Because before I started, I was like, I know kind of what it is I want to do, but I also I lack a lot of clarity. And I feel that your questions were were deep in the sense that can I give you an example?
Please.
I've heard people say, "What can you talk about for an hour without preparing?" Right? I've heard this. I've heard it so many times. But when it lacks that emotional connection to it, I didn't anchor to it. But when you said, "Imagine if I gave you a call and you had 1 hour to get there, no time to prep," it kind of got me in like, "Oh, so what would you talk about?" And right then and there, I gained so much clarity what it is that I actually offer and what it is that I do really well, which I've been spinning around in circles trying to figure that out. So I just felt it was very informative. It was very clear. It was very concise. It wasn't overwhelming. Like, yeah, it was amazing. It far exceeded my expectations of yeah, what the 5 days would be, but also connecting with you was absolutely phenomenal as well. You're very, very easy to, communicate, connect with.
Well, I'm delighted to hear that. Thank you so much for this candid feedback. I'm honored and I'm glad that this was worth your while. And funny how the universe works. The right person at the right time. You're thinking of launching a podcast and what shows up on your feed if someone connects you, you know? Awesome, awesome. So what was the main reason that you had not started your podcast so far?
Belief in myself.
Mm.
I've only recently realized that I'm a belief activation coach. It took me a long time to get to this point and realizing that like I'm not special, but I matter. And I think that's a big thing for me,
Mm.
that I'm not special because everyone is going through hard things, but I matter and my story matters as well. Sorry, my husband's ringing me, of course. Can
No worries, no worries.
you hear me? Sorry, my husband's ringing me, right?
No worries,
Sorry.
no worries, no worries. You want to take the call? That's fine. If you want to take the call, let me know. I'll mute and
No, I can. Sorry, there we go. My apologies, my husband. Everything's going off at the moment. My apologies. I'm
no
so
worries, no
sorry.
worries, no worries.
So what were you saying? See, this is just the real life stuff. Sorry, what were you saying?
Real people having real conversations, not nothing scripted, that's what it is.
Yeah. Sorry,
Awesome.
my headphones aren't working now.
Oh, okay. Okay. Awesome. 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 No worries. No worries. So, what made you say yes to joining the 5-day challenge?
So I said yes because I had no clue how to start a podcast, and it was something that I really wanted to do. And when I think about my vision and my goal is to be on stage as a transformative speaker. And a podcast is a really great way to connect with my audience, to also gain exposure, and also for me to also learn how, that next step to get to where I want to be. And I just really feel that a podcast is that. But when I think about like the deep reason jumping on is because I just want to help people.
Mm.
I just want to help people change their perspective and the things that they've been through. And I know that a podcast is a really powerful way to do that. So, and like you reiterated on the call, is that this is a gift. Like our life is a gift, and we don't keep that. We share that with the world. So yeah,
Right.
that was really even though I knew that, but it was really profound. Like it really landed for me.
Absolutely. It's all about sharing our gifts. Sure, we all go to our fair share of pain, trauma, abuse, tragedy, but then guess what? Those become our gifts. Our gifts become our duty and responsibility to share them with others so we can all learn and grow and benefit from our experiences. So, and then one of the best ways to do so is through a podcast, having heart-to-heart conversation. The podcast is not to sell, but to build connection and rapport. And ironically, and funny enough, once you build that trust, guess what? It opens doors, opens wallets in ways that nothing else could do. So that's why podcasting is very powerful, very magnetic, and very profitable when done the right way. We're talking about not just launching a podcast, but a profitable podcast, profitable and impactful. That's impactful for the person you're helping, and it's worth your while for you because you're not only helping someone, but also you're getting compensated handsomely for that. So that's why
It's a
podcasting, when
beautiful
done the
thing.
right way, is very, very, very powerful. So, why do you want to launch your podcast?
I want to launch my podcast because I've always been told throughout my life, like I said, I had a lot of life happen to me. Like I've had 4 serious drug addictions and loss and unfavorable relationships and things like that. But it's the perspective that I've always had that people are drawn to me, and people always love the way that I actually see the world and the way that I see things. And I want to be able to impart that on people and help them build their resilience through the things that happen, because I truly believe that like life happens to everybody. It's only hard when we don't have the tools. It's only hard when we don't have the mindset. Like I never grew up in a family where, in a healthy family, I grew up very toxic family and broken family. And I had to become who I am today to overcome my eating disorders, to overcome my drug addictions, to overcome all these things. And I just want to be able to be that version of me for the younger version of me, for all those younger people who feel like they're struggling. I want to be able to show up for them the way I wish that someone was able to show up for me. but that's a part of life. So I really want to be able to go out there and really impact people so they know that you can change your perspective and change your mind and it will totally change your life.
Absolutely. Love that. Love that. Love that. What is the one thing that stood out the most for you and those 5 days of the challenge that you attended? Or in other words, what was the biggest aha moment for you?
I had like epiphanies. I had
Mhm.
like really big epiphanies. And like I said before, it was really like figuring out what it is that I do. And when you said, if you were to jump on stage, it was just like this wall, like it kind of knocked the breath out of me, if I'm honest. I was like, it's that simple. But that then went on to what it is that I do. And you just gave so much clarity, like it's just the clarity. It was like a snowball. It wasn't just one thing, it was one thing. And then once you got clarity there, it was like the next day I was getting more clarity on, what my messaging is. And, each day, just really built on that clarity. So if I say it was the first aha, but it was just, yeah, it continued to just keep snowballing. And each day there were more aha moments.
Mhm. Speaking of that, what do you think of the overall content that I shared with you guys during the challenge?
I think the content was amazing. It was easy, it was concise, it was clear. And because there was only a few people on as well, I felt like it was very engaging as well. Like we could really connect with each other, and be able to have the opportunity to speak as well. But yeah, each day it just you had first day and then you had your next one, and it just kept building on each as well. But because of the clarity, it made it really easy to want to get back on, because it made you really eager to go, okay, I know what we're doing today, and I know that this is actually integrating in it. Yeah, it was very clear. I guess that's the best thing to say, because I know that we're all busy and we've got so much going on. But I found it a very easy process, and very easy to jump on, because I didn't feel overwhelmed at all. I found like I had a lot of clarity.
Beautiful. Love that. Love that. If someone else is looking to start a podcast, but they don't know where to start, would you recommend them to attend an upcoming 5 day challenge?
100% absolutely hands down, like jump in. No, no, seriously, jump in. You're going to learn so much more than what you think. You need a microphone, or you teach everything, and you give um, ideas, and you give us the information instead of going, well, you need to go find this. It's like, well, this is what I use, but here's some other options. And yeah, I love that. Like there's a lot of information, but not overwhelming information. Like you give a choice, which is really good. So yeah, I highly recommend anybody who is really wanting to go down, the podcast path, to really jump on. Like yeah, it was phenomenal. It was really phenomenal. I'm so excited. I can't believe I'm starting a podcast. This is great.
I'm delighted. Well, I'm delighted. I'm honored. I'm really pleased that this has been so impactful and eye opening for you to ultimately bring your gifts, your wisdom, not just to the world, but the people that need you the most. And you know, the person that needs you the most is a person that just 1, 2, 3, or 4 steps behind you, not someone completely disconnected. The person, here's the biggest takeaway: if you build your business, your offer, your program, whatever you do, the way you wished existed when you were just starting a few steps ago, you're golden. You're not building it for some fictitious person that is not you. Say Sally from marketing that makes 80,000 a year, drives a Honda Civic. That's not you. Instead, build it the way you wished existed when you were just a few steps ago. That has been for me the biggest aha moment that completely changed my business, my life, because ultimately you are your avatar, not some fictional character. You are your avatar just a few steps ago. If you can build that, you're golden.
Correct. And the avatar was another aha moment. Just as you said it, I was like, oh, it's exactly me. It's not,
That's it.
yeah, yeah, not who I think I should be like. And I really took myself back to who I was and what I was experiencing. And yeah, being able to create from that space, like very powerful, very powerful.
Yeah. For example, can I help pregnant women? Can I learn a shit, but can I really relate? Can they relate with me? Can I really understand their pain? No,
No.
because that's not me. I will never be able, at least in this lifetime, in this body, to experience what it is to go through pregnancy. But can I help, say, people that look like me, that resemble like me, like men and whatever? Yes, specific men that have a specific gift. Yes, I can do it because that's me. Ultimately, you are your own avatar, not some fictional character. You, Renee, you're your own character. Avatar. Me, payment, I'm my own avatar. If you can remember that, you're golden because believe it or not, there's quite a lot of people like you. As much as we love to think that we're unique, we're snowflakes, unfortunately, that's not the case. In some ways we are, but in other ways, pretty much similar. We have the same dreams, goals, objectives, challenges. Now it's all a matter of finding the one that resonates with you. And the best way to do it is just talk about your favorite subject, which is yourself. It's not about spending 10 years getting a new degree, learning something else with no interest. No, I just share your story because your story is your gifts. That's it. And that's what I do.
Absolutely.
I allow my guests to share their story on my podcast and for them to share theirs on their podcast. So we can all together help each other create a better world. It's not
Beautiful.
rocket science.
Can I ask you a question?
Please.
What was your favorite takeaway from the 5 day event?
Oh, wow. The amazing people I've met, the incredible area of expertise and, you know, thing that they bring to the table. Each person has unique qualities and experiences and all that. And also for me, to learn from each other. It's not just me that's teaching, but also I love learning from people because learning never stops. Actually, real learning starts the moment you leave school. That's when the
Mm.
real life learning starts. Just because you finish and graduate, you have a diploma that you can hang on your wall, it's not over. No, for me, it's been the incredible people I met. I love making new people, new friendships, getting to know them, and really empowering them, helping them identify what is a true zone of genius, and helping them bringing their zone of genius, not just to the world, but to their world. The people that can identify the most with them, resonate with them, relate with them, because we're not meant to, only God can help everybody, but we can help the person that looks as much as you, that identifies with you, resonates with the message. That's a person. That's where the word avatar comes from. One specific person, one specific pain point. Don't try to help everybody under the sun with all the pain point because that's only God can do. Me and you are not God, but what you can do, we can identify rather, one very specific person, one very specific pain point. And this is where your avatar is not a fictional character. You, Renee, you're your avatar. Me, Payment, I'm my avatar. If there's one thing I want you to remember is this. You are your own avatar. Build your business, your messaging the way you wish to existed just a few steps ago. Not for some fictional character named Sally that works in HR that makes, I don't know, a gazillion million dollars, because that's not you.
No.
Share your story. And one of my favorite saying is, your crap is your gold. All the crap that you have to go through, guess what? These are your gold. The bigger the crap, the more painful the crap, the more precious the gift. Because all of them are being impactful, purposeful, not vanilla. Did it answer your question? What was your question again?
You did answer my question. I did ask you what was your like standout
Yeah,
part for the 5 days yourself. So yeah, it was amazing. It was beautiful. I think the energy was really beautiful as well,
yeah.
connecting with everybody. It was really special.
For me, the greatest gift, the greatest takeaway was the incredible people I met and learning about their stories and getting the opportunity to help them, to serve them, to open their eyes to their gifts, and how to get them to bring their gifts, the true zone of genius, to the world. Not to the world, but to their world. The people that identify the most with them, that resonates, that resemble them, look at them as possible. That inspiration that we all need. That big brother, big sister, hey, hold my hand. I've been in your shoes. Together, we're going to make it. Awesome. Listen, thank you so much for your candid feedback, Renee. I'm mega, mega, mega cheering for you. I can't wait to see you take this information and not just take it, but implement it, not only to change other people's lives, but yours as well in the right direction. Because when you win, people around you win. I win. We all win together. It's not I win, you lose. No, we win together collectively. When we all win, it's like a rising tide. We're going to elevate everybody.
A rising tide lifts all boats.
So let's identify our zone of genius and share it loud and proud around us, around the world, so we can collectively create a better world, a more positive world. That's my mission.
Absolutely. It's amazing.
Awesome. Thank you. Well, I'm cheering for you. I can't wait to see you launch your, not just podcast, your profitable and impactful podcast. That's a key word. Profitable and impactful. Profitable for you, for your clients, and impactful so that everybody wins.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Payman, just for everything, just your check-in messages and your time and just your energy. Yeah, really, really grateful. I'm so excited. And I'm excited that we now made a new friend. So we get
Absolutely.
to travel
Absolutely.
this journey with each other. It's not the end, it's just the
Yeah,
beginning.
absolutely. Let's go create magic together. Let's bring your gift to
Let's
the
do
world. Awesome. Thank you, my friend. I'm cheering for you. But beyond me, you know who's the most important people cheering for you? Beyond yourself, beyond your family? Your future client. They're waiting on the sidelines saying, come on, Renee, we need you. Get out, stop getting out of your own way. Become the person that we want you to become, that you're waiting for you, we're praying for you to become, because we need you. They're on the sidelines. We don't see them, but they are there.
Yes.
So, and we
I know
can't
they're
let these
waiting
people
for
down.
me.
Yes, and we cannot let these people down.
Correct.
So I'm cheering for you. The universe is cheering for you. And most importantly, they are cheering for you.
Thank you.
Very welcome. See you,
Good
my friend. Take care.
days.
Cheers. Cheers.
Thank you.
Cheers.